Okay, hi Daniel, how you doing?
Hello, Promise. Greenhouse construction has never been my thing from the beginning, but I was very much into agriculture, yes. But along the line, I think I got into a training whereby I had to do a lot of things, going from the business aspect of agriculture, farming itself, and then all the other technical parts of it, which involved greenhouse construction. And along the line there, I think I got hooked into greenhouse construction. Yeah, yeah. Okay, it's a bit of both. I had a training. I did a training in Soilless Farm Lab, the area project. And then after that, I got into City Veggies where I started my training again here, which I'm still doing at the moment, by the way. So yes, there's formal training, and then right now I do most of the things. I learn most of the things on the job.
Oh, that's perfect.
People think once you have a greenhouse, you're already safe from insect and diseases. It's a big no. Once you have a greenhouse, it's not really safe. If you have poor management practices, there's really no point. Your plant will still do bad.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest concession.
All right.
Okay, you need to get the land first. The land is the site selection basically. You need to decide on your design for the greenhouse. Depending on the environment, you need to be particular about the design. Say for instance, when the western part of Nigeria, basically tropical environments, the designs of greenhouse is favorable for this kind of environment. May not exactly be favorable for other environments like the western area. The eastern part and the northern part you get. So yes, I think the first of it is the site selection, followed by your choice of design, and then the construction. But that construction is going to come after the fabrication of the design. So that's just it: the site selection, choice of design, fabrication, and then the construction itself. Okay, sustainable greenhouse is unlike the open field farming. It basically involves a lot of capital. Yeah, so I think key factor is basically knowing your choice of plants. Yet you just don't grow anything inside greenhouse. It is pointless if you are growing something that is so common in your greenhouse. You cannot get the profits back, considering the amount of money you've spent initially. But also, it's probably knowing your plants, knowing what to grow, and then you have to get a market for it. You might be growing, I don't know, something like bell pepper. And if you don't have a market for it, there's really no point in it. So yes,
right.
Your plants and the market. I think those are the two major factors.
Yeah, I think it's actually great to know your market for, so you don't run in loss.
Yeah. Okay, greenhouse and shade If you ask me, they're basically almost the same thing. I think the difference is the level of environmental control. Even among greenhouses, there's levels of environmental control. So in a shade house basically shade you from insects, right? And then reduce the intensity of the sunlight on the plant. But then water can still enter into your house, and then you're not exactly safe from the insects and the other fungi and pests like that compared to the greenhouse. So I think the difference is just the level of environmental control. In the greenhouse, you can basically control things like the humidity, the temperature, all of that. But in the shade house, basically when rain is fine, you can't stop it.
Yeah.
So the level of environmental control.
All right.
The factors you can control in the greenhouse, you can't control them on the open field. Without when rain is falling, you can't control it. Remember, the sun is too high, you can't control it. So in the greenhouse, you can basically control most of the things that affect. In fact, you can control them up to 70-80%. You get. In fact, in some high intense AI kind of greenhouse, AI-driven greenhouses, you can control them up to 100%. Where you can control the substrate, that's basically the middle of your growing, right? You can control the temperature. For instance, you might have the misters, or maybe extractor fans or stuff like that, or maybe a wet wall. You get all of these things. You can put them into practices, and then it increase your yield. Being a situation, you can even have times to the yield you have on the open field, if not more. I kind of find things old already. Apart from the recent AI-driven greenhouses, but things that are common that make greenhouse special compared to the open field, I think are the things that make your planting more precise, right? You can deliver the nutrients straight to the plants, right? The automation of the irrigation, automation of the weather control, basically those things. And there's excitement in everything, but I don't think there's anything that can be as exciting as the things we do on the farm here, because we get to showcase a lot of things on the farm here. We have various greenhouses for show. They are into use, by the way. So basically, we're able to experiment and the level of yield, level of productivity you can get from each of these greenhouses. So basically, we get to showcase different level of environmental control. We can go from the shade house, which we have just a screen house that is just covered with your nylon and everything. We have the ones that we have the vents, single zenith. We have the ones that are double zenith. We have the ones with extractor fans, the misters, humidity control, all of that. So it's basically, we have different greenhouses trying to solve different problems. In fact, we have projects that mainly focus on experimenting on favorable circumstances for tropical environments. So the most exciting project that I've done or we continue to do is basically on this farm here. We get to try new things. If you are starting out, I advise you first make sure you are very good with farming, because people always confuse that when you have a greenhouse, then you are good to go. If you have poor agric management process, man, there's really no point. So I think first of all, you need to perfect your agricultural skills first before you start going to the greenhouse farming, because then it's going to require investment. And you don't want to process from the beginning. So yes, so for people that are starting out, I just advise that they start with something small, perhaps in nursery. You get to just grow their seedlings and all before they not transplant, maybe into the open field. And then after they've started to make good profit and they've tested their skill, then they can go into the greenhouse farming from. Well, it depends. You mean prior knowledge in farming,
Yes.
that is growing crops, or prior knowledge in working in a greenhouse?
You can answer for both.
Okay, if it is prior knowledge with growing, I advise you just consult, let somebody handle your farming, and then you use the greenhouse. But still, yes, for prior knowledge, working with greenhouses, you don't necessarily need prior knowledge as far as you are good with your farm management practices. I think you're able to do fine. It really boils down to the construction of the greenhouse initially. So using of quality materials, even from the frame poles to the nets to the nylon, other materials like that. Yes, and the choice of design, because depending on the design, your house could be weak. Yes. So, but generally in this place, I don't think we've ever had any issue. In fact, I'm very sure we've never had any issue of a greenhouse collapse or things like that. The only issue we have is things like the nylon tier, the net tier, things like that, the covers. So other than that, I don't think about. And those ones they happen at let's say around 4-5 years after the construction. I said there's a kind of mechanical damage that, for those kind of damages, where, like, say for instance, they're trying to clear the surrounding of the greenhouse and then cutlass, set the net, things like that. Yeah, so that is. But generally, if you are troubleshooting your greenhouses, I think it is fine if you just like once in a few weeks or a month, you go around the greenhouse, you check for anything that could go wrong. But generally, a greenhouse is going to last you over a decade. What am I saying? 2-3 decades, and you are good to go. Right. Except if it is in the case of those wood frame greenhouses, they need to check for rots every now and then to prevent any kind of sudden collapse. Okay, in a greenhouse, it is very well possible to go fully organic in the greenhouse, because it is unlike the open field, because you have really minimal occurrence of what is infestation of insects and stuff like that. Then in situations like you can just use the organic controls, but in rare situations you can make use of the contact pesticides. So I think it's about it. But generally, greenhouse basically limits the occurrence or appearance of this pest disease and the fungal diseases. Greenhouse farming is very profitable. Yeah, we talked about how you're able to double your yield, in fact triple your yield, depending on what you're growing. So I think, since you can grow in greenhouse, I mean, basically, and the common things you get, things like your tomato, your bell pepper, basically peppers in general, a bit habanero, the Carolina, and other ones. We also have the leafy vegetables too. You have your lettuce, you have cabbage, you have celery. In fact, I don't think every vegetable is suitable for the greenhouse. We have some fruit trees, so that as far as it's not very tall, so you're able to grow some fruit trees inside your greenhouse too. So, in fact, greenhouse does not necessarily limit you. You're able to grow a lot of things in your greenhouse. The demand for greenhouse farming in Nigeria right now is increasing, because people are beginning to realize the need for it, especially in places like these urban environments, right, where they have a lot of people, but they don't have the supply to match their demand or match the level of the quality of demand they need. I'm not saying quantity now, quality of demand they need, but then greenhouse able to produce quality, right? So there's the need for the greenhouses. So the demand for greenhouses right now is going very high in Nigeria. Start small. Like I said before, you want to first start up with like nursery, then you transplant. Then when you have gathered enough money, then you can start going into building the large greenhouses to produce fully. Yes, but if you have the capital to start it very well, I feel like the only advice I give is just good agricultural practices. In Nigeria, we have a lot of people having this is their home garden and things at the back of the house where they just grow leafy vegetables. I feel like in the future, we're going to have people having very small greenhouses, those kind of small things here. Very small greenhouses in the backyard or maybe on the side of the house. So yes, I feel like in the future, we're going to have a lot of greenhouse structures in most households. I see it. Apart from the people that grow big time, we're going to have people that just grow strictly just for producing to eat in the family. And in fact, people that do it just for hobby. There is the idea of having to import the greenhouse kits from abroad and then bring it to Nigeria to install it. We have very good locally fabricated greenhouses on the same standard of these imported ones. In fact, we have ones that are even on the higher standard, like what we have here in City Veggies. We have good quality. I mean, we provide kits to different people. In fact, we've mass produced lots and lots of greenhouse kits. So I feel like if there's anything to improve, I feel like we just try to get people to stop importing the greenhouse kit and then purchase these things locally. We have good quality greenhouses in Nigeria. Just patronize us, City Veggies. If you are thinking about going to a greenhouse, don't let anything hold you back. go into it, seek counsel. I mean, you consult people that are in the field already, consult agronomists also. Just and also be aware of your environment, please, because I've realized a lot of people just building greenhouses, they don't actually know the implication of the greenhouse design to the environment. So it is good if you meet professionals so they can recommend good things for you, not just build a greenhouse for you. Because I feel like that is one of the common mistakes I've realized in this job. Yeah, people just build greenhouses without even knowing the implications to the environment or the implications to the plant itself. So consult people and please meet professionals, meet the best. And there's one place you can find the best. Here in City Villas. I can share you that.
Thank you for your time.
Welcome.
Okay, so for shooting this content, I've had to meet with an amazing set of people. You know, it's been easy communicating with people and trying to bring them to share their challenge and to make them share what they think the future of agriculture using technology can be like in Nigeria and also in Africa. It's been an amazing session.